Greetings to all of my melanated kings, queens, and children, and welcome to the first edition of Freedom Voices. I am your host, Queen Solove, aka Sister Solove, aka the Angry Black Woman, aka Are You Angry, Don? Aka the Conscious Stripper. Tonight's show will be very informative, so please have a pen and paper ready. We must learn to unplug from our devices, because how in the entire fuck is a smartphone smarter than humans, than us? We need to learn how to stop being lazy and start back writing things down. Remember this? It's a pen. Learn how to use it. Write important information down, like numbers, addresses, emails, prescriptions, because you cannot always rely on your smart ass phones. Learn how to write things down. That's how we used to do it back in the day, and that's how we need to learn how to relearn to do it now. In more tragic news, on this day of July 25th, 2015, hundreds have attended the funeral in Illinois of our sister and fallen soldier, Sandra Bland, who died in a Texas prison cell nearly 2 weeks ago after being falsely arrested. These are the facts. Sandra was pulled over and stopped for failure to signal while changing lanes. Footage of the July 10th arrest released by the Texas Department of Public Safety shows Sandra Bland's car being pulled over for failure to signal, followed by an altercation with the lone officer. Sandra was taken into custody and charged with assaulting a police officer. She has been laid to rest, and her family is now fighting and seeking justice. Sandra Bland was only 28 years old. Now, I want to get into this. Sandra Bland was our sister. She was our sister, okay? And when the news hit the world, and it hit me, you know, it broke the straw. It was the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of you. For me, the straw that broke the camel's back was the incident with Dylan Roof and Charleston, South Carolina. When the news broke, I was in King Street, South Carolina, where I was born, and the news broke. I'm a faithful and avid follower of CNN and other media outlets such as Fox and MSNBC. And when I saw it on CNN with the mass shooting in Charleston, South Carolina, I immediately got out of my bed and I got on the road. I did not hesitate. I didn't think about it. I didn't call anyone because I had just snapped. That was it for me. Okay? So when this happened with Sandra Bland, it just, like, how much more can we take? You understand? You know, I understand the family is going to pray and they're going to go to church and they're going to do all those things, and that's fine. I've already made my case in Charleston about we need to stop praying and actually have some action. So I'm not going to continue to do that today and tonight and furthermore. But I do have people and comrades that are out there in Texas as we speak, and their ears and spirits and feet are on the ground in Texas. And I am on my way to Texas as we speak. So I will follow up this report once I get there and get the research and the facts and documents in my hands and in my possession, because I am uneasy. My spirit is uneasy. My spirit is pissed off. I am mad. She did not kill herself. We know this. There's no even thought in my mind that this young lady, our sister, was actually in a jail cell when she spoke to her family and friends trying to get the $5,000 bond, which she only had to come up with 10% of that, which is only $500. Her family and friends could not come up with the money in those 3 days. Had I known she needed $500, I would have go shook my ass in somebody's strip club and made sure she was out of jail that first fucking day. It pisses me off. I'm not saying and placing any blame, but we took too long. And when incidents happen across this country, the nation, all of the melanated people, all of the black people across this nation need to get angry. We need to learn how to govern our own communities. When it happens to one, it happens to all. No black man left behind. No black woman left behind. No city left behind. We have got to learn how to move as a nation and learn how to govern ourselves. So I vow this day, July 25th, as they have laid our sister Sandra Bland to rest, that I'm going to go to Texas and I'm going to seek justice on behalf of our sister. Sandra Bland, I hope and I pray and I believe that your spirit is resting. And just know that your spirit can come and dwell in this angry black woman right here, because I will not stop fighting for you and others like you. In other news, President Barack Insane Obama traveled to his father's homeland of Kenya, Africa. And after talks in Nairobi, President Obama and Kenyan counterpart Uhuru Kenyatta said they are united against terrorism and efforts to deal with it. But the two leaders differed sharply in their positions on gay rights. While Mr. Obama spoke strongly against discrimination, Mr. Kenyatta said Kenya did not share the same values. The trip, which began on Friday, was Mr. Obama's first as president in the country. Now, I want to talk about that. I was actually watching the news as it broke earlier today, and I just want to say to the president of Kenya, Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta, when you said that Kenya does not agree and don't have time to be worrying about any goddamn gay rights, you didn't say those words, I'm saying it myself, but when you said that Kenya was not concerned with gay rights, they had other issues and concerns in Kenya that were far more important, President Uhuru Kenyatta, you turned me on when you said that to President Obama, because he is a puppet to me in my eyes. He may have his good, good days and his good, politics and agendas, but he is overall got a hand up his ass and he is a puppet, okay? He knows I've said this to him on CNN while they were taping live, so he knows how I feel about him. But for you, Mr. Kenyatta, in Kenya, Africa, you stood your ground. And I bet you, and I can guarantee you, Mr. President of Kenya, that every woman around this world fell in love with you. If you're not married, if you are married, good to you and happy for your wife. But let me tell you, it turned me on when you stood your ground for Kenya, because there's bigger issues going on in Kenya and around the world than to be focusing on gay rights. And Mr. President Obama, Mr. President Insane Obama, you were dead ass wrong for that shit. You a faggot ass motherfucker. You understand? To be pushing a gay agenda on the country and then abroad in your father's homeland. Your father's probably turning in his goddamn grave, President Obama. Get some balls and man the hell up. I'm not going to go there with Michelle right now, which is they're saying is Michael. That's another show. But, for the president in Kenya, Africa, Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta, hats off to you and power to the people. In entertainment news, Atlanta Spelman College ends Bill Bell. Okay, we're going to keep going. In entertainment news, Atlanta Spelman College ends Bill Cosby's professorship. Okay, the prestigious African American college discontinued a professorship funded by the comedian Bill Cosby following allegations that he sexually assaulted several women. Now, let me just say this to you, Bill Cosby. One second. As all of you should know, if you follow me on my page or on my Facebook page, you know that I have gotten to an incident with my ex in the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, and he raped me. And the police laughed at me. He laughed at me. The case is probably collecting dust right now because they don't want to, follow up with rape cases across this country, across the world. You know, women are being abused all over the world. But to you, Bill Cosby, when I first heard of these allegations, my woman's intuition had me to feel that you were guilty. Okay, and now you're trying to brush it under the rug. You're trying to pay them off, and you simply cannot do that, brother. Okay, that's what you get for selling your soul to the Illuminati, to the government, to the Corporation of America, which owns all of our ass. That's what you get, Bill Cosby. And then you have the nerve with your raggedy ass to go fuck with some white women. That's what you get. Okay, you have a beautiful black woman at home, but you want to go stick your fucking fingers in the milk jar. So that's what you get. I hope they take you for all you got. Period. No means no. So I'm definitely an advocate for that. It's called intimate partner violence. You understand? So even if you are married, even if you are together with someone, your boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, ex-boyfriend, a guy you just met, no means no. I don't give a fuck. Okay? It's my body, not yours. When I say no, you're hurting me, stop this, you should stop. But Mr. Bill Cosby, Mr. Jello pudding motherfucker, your day has come. And for all the other predators out there, for all the other sexual predators and people that are men that are assaulting women and children, your day will come. Your day will come. As of tonight, that will wrap it up for me tonight here in the studio at the Freedom Voices. I am your host, Queen Solove, aka Sister Solove, and continue to watch for more videos and more breaking news as it occurs. I am on my way to Texas to follow up with the Sandra Bland case and to see what I can do and give my efforts and give my support to who are there, activists that are there in support of this young lady, our sister who has passed away. Once again, my heart goes out to the family, and peace, love,